Good morning, everybody. It is just the morning. It's been a nightmare. It's been busy. So this morning I have been finishing all of the gift knits. Got it all done, out the way, job done. And now I need to do the next step. But I'm combining that with some pre-packing stuff to do. I'm going on a holiday. It starts tomorrow and I need to get some things sorted before I go. The first of which is getting some wool soaked and cleaned and hand washed so that I've got socks for the entire trip which are all woolly and good to go. So I thought while I'm doing that I could also show you some of the socks that I've got. Content. So, first of all, hope you're all doing okay. If you're new here, I'm Jack, or Slip Ginge. I'm 25, I live in the north of England, from the south. My partner is Jen at Chonky Stitches, wonderful crocheter, knitter, podcaster. Go check her out. And my mum is back to Blighty, who is also a wonderful knitter and crocheter and has a podcast. So links to them are all down below. And I'm just having an instant coffee. It's my third coffee of the day. I've been up for about 5 hours already, getting on with stuff, but I'm going to soak some woolly things. I use wool soak, I use unscented, but I add my own essential oil. Just a very small amount because I still like things to smell sheepy. So, let's show you some stuff. Right, so I'm just mixing in this wool soak. And first of all, I need to put gift things in the bottom so that I don't reveal it on camera. Now you could ask, why am I doing this so late? Well, it's mainly because I was just trying to get things knitted first, get things done, and I wanted to hand wash all my socks and things anyway, but I thought I've got other things that I need to sort out, so I'm going to do them now. So first of all, I've got these stripy socks. These were made by my mum at Back to Blighty with contrast heels, toes and cuffs. Really stripy, really fun. So they're coming with me. They're also a little bit shorter than socks I normally wear, but I quite like that. With certain outfits, if you want. I've also got the Blue Nost Sockens. There we go. They're going in as well. Now, some of these are a bit old, they're a bit knackered. For example, these ones I accidentally put in the washing machine once, so they're really felted. But they're woolly socks, they're going in. I'm also getting the floor absolutely soaking wet. So, these ones, I made these, they're just vanilla socks from ages ago. I don't know what the yarn is, but an early pair of socks, they're going in. Lots of satisfying bubbles coming out of this. Give everything a gentle push down to get those air bubbles out. Okay, next up, another vanilla pair of socks I made. These are in the Back to Blighty Daily Profit colourway with contrast heels, toes and cuffs, German short row heel, bit of felting there, but it's fine. So they're going in as well. Another pair of socks I made. This is the West Yorkshire Spinners Mallard colourway. This lighting is really bad. I've realised that this is just a bit of a pointless thing to film, but you guys seem to like random stuff, so it's all going in. There we go. I have these socks, which were made by my mum. I can't remember what the yarn is, but again, love these. So whack those in two. I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Got some funky rainbows. These are actually a little bit small now, but they're going in. And last but not least, the final thing I'm going to put in is my Love Autumn cowl. You can't even see in this light. It's also upside down. There we go. This is by Monica Anna, and this is in Propaganzy wool that you may have seen in a previous podcast. So that's going in as well. And I'm going to leave that all to soak, making sure that everything is submerged but not agitated. And there we go. You don't always have to like block everything. A lot of things don't need hand washing for quite a while. Socks is an exception, but generally scarves and hats and cowls and jumpers, you don't actually need to wash that often. But I've got a lot of socks that I should probably wash, so I thought I'd put in the other cowl in as well. So, what are the plans for today? Well, that's a very good question. I've got a lot of editing to do. I've got 2 vlogs to edit, one of which is from days of not filming, I think, if I can remember. It's been a while. And then there's yesterday's vlog, which is pretty pointless, but hey, that's what happens when you've got a lot of things to do. But I've got to head out for another meeting at 2:30 today. The time is currently, I've got my laptop next to me, just gone 12 o'clock. So I'm going to leave these to do their thing while I'm doing a bit of editing, come back, squeeze everything out, let it all dry, block what needs blocking, and then, yeah. I've also got a bit of a mission for today or tomorrow, I don't know yet. I need to start packing for this trip. I'm going away for, realistically for me, it's nearly a couple of weeks. I can wash stuff when I'm back home, but I also need to think about what yarn I'm going to take. So we're going to go through my stash, not like in a podcast way, but we're going to pick things out that we think are worthwhile taking, things I want to cast on when I'm down there, things I want to cast on before I go, and things I want to finish. So there are some exceptions to this. There's stuff like the blanket that I'm doing, the 12 Blocks of Christmas blanket by Olalana Knits, which from a few years ago now, which I'm still doing. That won't be coming with me because it's bulky and I haven't got a lot of space. Although I am taking an amazing bag, which I would review, but I already love it and I would happily have another one. So I'm going to be filling that with all of my crafty stuff to take with me. My thinking then is to have a suitcase and a rucksack, which is my carry-on for when I am on the trains, etc. So we're going to go through that, but first we need to get this stuff done and crack on with the day. Here we are. I'm at this angle because the lighting is rubbish otherwise. But here, everything is blocking. I also thrown in a hat. I can't remember where it's from. But yeah, this should hopefully all be ready to hand wash. Correction, this should all be ready to dry and squeeze out the liquid soon. Everything smells of sheep, which is great. I've had some comments in the past about a particular mug that I own. So this is from Ray Dunn. You can sort of see under there. Ray Dunn Ceramics, who does wonderful ceramic stuff. And it's all wonky and angular, and I love it. So yeah, let's get this all stuff. Let's get all this stuff out and start squeezing things dry. Okay. Just done a lovely time lapse of me squeezing things out and realised that the angle was awful. So I've currently squeezed things out, rolled them in a towel, and now I'm standing on it and just getting all the moisture out. And hopefully it's good enough to dry. Let's see. There we go. Now all this can go on radiators. Right. I've soaked everything that's woolly. And now I have something else I need to soak, or some more things to soak. Urgently. And now, because of the cold that we've been having, and how cold it's been, and the lack of sunlight that I get in my room, my plants aren't very happy. So we need to give them some urgent treatment, trimming, and get them happy again. Now, the reason why I'm doing this now is because The people I live with at times are useless. And when it comes to looking after plants, it's not their forte. Now I know, I'm not much better. But the fact of the matter is that they can't be trusted. So, I'm going to now put all of these in the sink to soak with a bit of fertiliser just to give them a pick-me-up. Trim the leaves that are unfortunately not healthy and give them a good soaking. So let's get that done now. Those of you that are interested, I used wool soak as my fertiliser for woolly things, and I use this houseplant focus with seaweed, all essential nutrients for vigorous, healthy pot plants as my fertiliser for plants. When I do. Let's just get this done. What am I on about? Right, okay. I've come to the conclusion that I need to make the most of the light. So, I need to pack woolly things for the trip. So, I need to gather projects on the go, Hermione Everyday Socks, Walk Collection Luxe Sock, Dystopic Fibre Vanilla Socks in Mulled Wine. I obviously need a needle roll, but there are some other things. So I'm going to grab them, collate things, decide what I want to take of projects on the go, because I like to get through whips, and also new things to cast on. We're going to go through and I'll show you the bag we're going to pack everything into. Okay, right. So we need that. We need that. We need all of these as well. Oh my god. Oh, there's stuff here as well. Right. Oh, there's more. Ah! I seriously underestimated the amount of yarn that I own. Oh dear me, we are in trouble.
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
Is that all of it? I think that's, as well as those two, I think that's everything we need. Oh dear me. Right, okay. So the bag I'm going to be taking is this. This is by Be Creative, Have Fun, Be Happy. And it's essentially a bucket bag, but it's got a really good handle on it. It's got pockets on the inside, and it's also got these great pockets on the front. Oh, a stitch marker. I'll take that with me. It's just a really good little bucket bag. It's big, actually. It's very big, but you never know how many projects you're going to need. So there's also a spare clasp for a project and another 2 stitch markers. Shows the last time I went through this bag, I have emptied it to get stuff here. But we're going to go through things, see what I've got, see what I need, and we'll go from there. First things first, I am wanting to take my mulled wine Christmas socks because they're great, so they're going to go in the bottom. They might actually go in my rucksack. I don't know yet, but we've got that. There's also the Hermione Everyday sock. However, I've alarmingly noticed that I am missing the finished sock. So when I find that sock, actually I should find that now, shouldn't I? Let's find the sock. Hello? Is anybody there? Found it. Found it. It was under all of the other wool. There it is, in all its glory. Those two are whips that I'm working on, hence being whips, and will be coming with me down on my trip for Christmas. So, that's 2 projects. I'm not going to take the blanket. The blanket is too bulky, not really logical to take that. Father Christmas, I'll finish that at some point. This is also blanket stuff, but I love the bag. And I'm thinking it's going to be a good idea to take a bigger bag. I mean, this is just full of stuff for making more blanket things. So let's empty this out into another bag. In fact, so let's put it into the bag that I just threw to the other side of the room, because that's logical. Logic. Okay, move stuff into here. There's the skeins I was going to use next, and there's the current project with 3 sets of straight needles. Don't know why, but we can just do that. And put it down there. It's also all of the yarn labels. I don't think I need them. Right, empty bag. The reason why is because I would like to cast on a shawl. Okay, now I've got some really lovely yarn. This is just, that's just offcuts, that's ends. In this box, jumper, bit bulky, that can stay here. Oh, there's this bag as well. Crochet hooks, we need them. Let's put them with the needle roll. This is a catastrophe. This is not working as a video, but it's fine. So in here, I've got some choices. This is like a bit of everything. I've got these 2 really lovely skeins of Ushitita yarn. There you go. And I think they'd go really well together because the orange is in the darker one, or also in the light one. So I'm thinking those 2 are a possibility. Let's just take them both. There is also this Toffee Pop by Olan, which is based in Ireland, which I love, and I would love to make something soft for around my neck with it. So it could be that I decide to do a 1 skein shawl or a 2 skein shawl. Let's just do that. So this is also turning into a bag of stuff, which I quite like. Now the other thing that I was thinking was if I get down there and I finish my vanilla socks, bear in mind it's like 2 weeks, so I could finish a sock in a day. I've got the last year's Christmas colourway by West Yorkshire Spinners. The colourway is called Robin. I believe it's last year's. It doesn't say. I'm thinking that would be a good thing to pack as well for sock stuff. So we'll keep that to the side. Now, is there anything else I want to cast on with while I'm down there? I've got so much lovely yarn. This is the problem. But I'm trying to think relatively logically. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. You should see my floor right now. It's an absolute catastrophe. Here is the bucket bag, which I highly recommend, by the way. So there's 2 projects on the go. We'll put them at the top. This is shawl stuff. Have I got any other things that I want to work with? Oh, yes, I do. Loads of socks, yeah. Proper Gansey wool. I need to be strict. I need to be reserved. Let's definitely take this as project bag and ideas. That can go in the bottom. We've then got West Yorkshire Spinners, Robin, as another vanilla sock. And then we've got the 2 whips on the go. Oh, we need the needles and the crochet hooks. They need to go in too. But I also need to fill my little tin that I have with the stitch markers that I found, because you can never have too many stitch markers, and sometimes you just want the right one for the job. Row counter, stuff for interchangeable needles, stuff for stoppers, other cables, my fixed circulars, which are like sock circulars, my interchangeables and cable needles, and a gauge are all going in. This is good, this is really good. I might be about to have a delivery, I don't know. But that can go in there too. Is there anything else? Well, yeah. Always. What do we think, people? What do we think? I think we should leave it at that. I feel like that's safe. Do people agree? Am I overthinking this? Probably. But that, I think we'll leave it at that, to be safe. And then if I want to do any knitting today, I will knit on the blanket. I feel like that's a good idea. Right. Bag complete, quite heavy. It'll be fine. Right. I need to go and make some lunch now because it's getting on with time. And I've got to go for this meeting. So I'm going to take some nice footage on the way there. and then we'll see how dark it is on the way back. So I'll catch up with you then. And we need to tidy. I'm back from my meeting. Had to pick up a couple of bits while I was out as well, but what we're going to do is we are going to open number 22 on the advent calendar. So it's down here. Can I get into it today? My thumb's gone in. Oh, there we go, double decker. Thank you, Jen at Chonky Stitches. So, tomorrow is the 23rd. I'm not taking this whole box with me down to Jen's. I'm not doing it. So I'm going to open 23rd and 24th tomorrow, and the final sock set, or final socks in the White Stuff 12 Socks of Christmas for Men. So, you've got all of that to look forward to tomorrow. Plan now is I've obviously packed my my knitting bag to take down, well, to take with me when I go away. I need to cook at some point, but I'm going to do that a bit later. So what I need to do in the meantime is I need to tidy and I need to edit. I'm also drying all of the knitting, which I washed earlier. So I've got a combination of gentle heating, dehumidifier, just to really try and get things dry. So, yeah, hopefully that all gets dried by tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, I need to just chill out a bit. I feel exhausted, even though all I've done is just sit on my backside and knit. It's been stuff that isn't relaxing knitting, so I'm looking forward to doing a bit of that later. But I do need to edit, so I'm going to disappear again, and I will come back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. It's about 7 o'clock now. I made a curry from scratch with potatoes and chicken and all that goodness, which is very, very good. I've been quite busy though for the last, well, since I last spoke to you. I have pretty much finished all of my gift wrapping. I've got a couple more bits to do, and then that's it. I'm done. I don't have to stress. I've still got to pack tomorrow, and I've still got a few things to dry and a couple of little things to finish, but overall we're pretty good. So my plan now for the rest of the evening is I'm going to eat this, I'm going to edit, get all these vlogs up, and then that's pretty much my evening. So I'm going to sign off here, and I will see you tomorrow for another vlog. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, there's a few things you can do. You can subscribe if you haven't already and click the little bell icon. You can give it a like, and you can comment as well. Chat amongst yourselves. There's a great community down there. Go and tune in. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, for a fun day.